Hi everybody, welcome to today's video. I'm going to show you how I created this label for a client. I'm going to show you step by step how I created and I placed all the elements in the middle, or the elements on the left side and the element on the right side as well. So let's start with it by jumping straight into Photoshop. Okay, so now the size I am going to be using, Control N, and then let's set it to inches. Okay, I'm going to set this side to 7, and then I'm going to set the height to let's say 86. Okay, and then let's set the resolution to 300, and then also let's leave everything like this. Click on create. Also, let's go to view, go to new gas layout. I'm going to set it here to 8. I'm going to set this side to 4, and then I'm going to set this side to, let's say 30 across board. Okay, I'm going to keep all my text and stuff within those boundaries. It's going to be the bleeding for this design. Okay, so Control 0. Now this is what we are going to get now. So what I'm going to start first is with the background. I'm going to start with a solid color, and with that I'll go to solid color here. I'm going to give it this code FFD200. Okay, so this is the solid color that I am going to be using. Also, I want to give it a little glow in the middle, so I'm going to click on new layer. I'm going to pick my brush. I'll pick my soft round brush. Alright, then I'll pick the same color here, reduce the opacity a little bit, or sorry, the size a little bit, and then hit the middle here. I'll go and set it to linear dodge. Now I'm also going to bring in certain fruits that I feel will blend with the background, and this is it. I'll drag it in here and I'll leave it here like this. I'm going to increase the size a bit. Great. Now with this we can go straight and set it to hard light. Okay, I like the way it's blended with the background there. Control J to duplicate it, and then I'm also going to click on my move tool, hold shift and move it towards this side. This one I'm going to reduce the size a bit more. Stuff in the middle here. Okay, now remember, this is just the background you are trying to create. We want the background to be a little richer. It shouldn't be too ordinary. Okay, so I'm going to leave it in the middle there, and then I'm going to set this to overlay, just like that. I'm going to give it a mask, and then I'll pick my soft round brush, set here to color black, and click on the mask here, and then I'm just going to mask the edges. That's all. Just mask the edges. Okay, so maybe reduce the opacity to something like that, just to make sure it blends with the background. Okay, so this is good. Now we can also give it another new layer. Click somewhere there, click here. Okay, maybe we can pick somewhere there, and then paste it there, then go and set it to linear dodge. All right, and duplicate it again, drag it somewhere there. I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit. Let me set this to lighten. Okay, reduce the opacity of both a little bit. Great. And I'm going to stick with these. I'm going to put all of them in a group, and then I'll call it BG. Okay, so that is the BG. The BG is already set and prepped for us. I might also go back to the sunburst. Maybe I might delete the mask. Great. And then increase it more like that. Great. And then now I can give it a mask again, and then just mask the edges lightly like that. Okay, so now we are done with the background. We want to start with the elements on the left side, that is this side. Okay, so I'm going to type the name there, and the name that I'm going to be using is this. I'm going to type that one. I'm going to paste it. Sorry, I'm going to paste it here. I'll drag it somewhere there, and then let's go to character. I'm going to set it to black for now. Okay, of course I'm going to also be using Montserrat. I'm using two fonts for this, two separate fonts for this. I'll make it left aligned. Okay, come back, and then let's reduce the font size. I feel like this is better. I'll come here and also set it to, and then I'll come maybe set it to really bold. Great. Set the tracking to 0, and then I'll come also and then set it to maybe somewhere there. Also double click it and set it to black, drag it underneath it. Now this one, the text, I'm going to choose a color for it, and the color I'm going to choose is FFEC29. Great. I'll drag it all the way, here. And here's the mistake people have been making. Okay, so I'm going to select this rectangle, hold Control and click on it to highlight it. I'll select this one, okay, the text. I'll click there, good, and I'll click here. Now it's really centered nicely. So that's how it's supposed to look like. Okay, I like this already. We're also going to type there. Also, we have to make sure the paragraph is always left aligned, and I'm going to pick the rest of the details. I'm going to pick ingredients. I'm going to paste it in there. Also go to character. Ingredients has to be all caps, and then also has to be lined like that. And then ingredient, let's see what else can we do to it. Let's make it extra bold. Come here, let's give it this color 029 F1A, the greenish color. And I feel like let's increase the size a bit more. Then I would drag it also to be aligned with this. This is what I'm trying to do. Okay, so you can see what I'm trying to do there. Good. Now I'll type here. Come and pick the rest of the details here, and then I'm going to paste it here. Also, we'll drag this until they all have to be on the same line with that. Okay. Now I'm going to take this off. Make sure it's not like, and then maybe the size, we need to increase the size and make it a little bit smaller. So 7. Okay, 7 for it. And that means that the tracking also here has to be, or the leading there has to also be 7. Okay, and then maybe let's click here. Let's select the ones underneath it, and then let's choose black for that one. And then maybe let's also go here and set it to medium for those ones. And then maybe let's also not make all of them that would do. I feel like this is good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it up. I'll also pick my rectangular tool and then draw a rectangle there, like that. Drag it underneath everything there and then make it color white. Now I feel like reducing the opacity of this, so I'm going to the opacity here. I'm going to reduce it to maybe around 80 something. Okay, let's see. Great. And then I'll duplicate it, and then let's see what we can do next. Resizing. Good. So set the fill of stroke, set it to color black, and then the size of the stroke, we are going to use size 9 for it. Now I'm going to put this in a group. I'll call it shape. I'll put this in a group. I'll call it intune. I'll put this in a group. I'll call it ingredients. I'll put all in a group. I'll call it left. So that is the elements on our left. Okay, we are still not done with the elements on our left. We need to bring in a few more icons. I'm going to drag this 2 and this, drag all of them into the middle there. Okay, enter, enter, enter. With this, let's see, enter. So I'm going to select the 3 of them, and then I'm going to resize them like that. Then I'll drag them here. Okay, I'm going to drag this one all the way here. Select the 3 of them and then click on this one. Good. I feel like this one should be made a little smaller. A little smaller. And even with that, I want it to be in the middle, and I want Made in Ghana to be first. Okay, so select the 3 of them again and then click on this. And that is it. I'm going to put it in a group and I'm going to call it icons. Drag it into the left again. Now I want to handle elements on the right side, and the elements on the right side, we're going to type there, we're going to pick manufactured. I'm going to paste it there, and I'm going to open this. It has to be color black. Almost all of them has to be color black. Also, I don't want it to be caps, and I don't want this one to be on. Okay, I'm going to drag it somewhere here. Also has to be left aligned, guys, remember that. Okay, so I'm going to keep it somewhere here, and I'm going to keep this one somewhere there. All right, great. I'm going to keep somewhere here. Manufacture, let's keep manufacture somewhere here. And then the size I'm going to give it, the manufacturer, the size I'm going to give it is maybe around, let's say 7. Okay, or let's make it 8. Great. And I don't want it to be too bold, so let's make it maybe around medium. And then color black, like I said, this is better. Then I'm going to duplicate it and then drag it down. I'm going to pick the name. All right, so the name. Okay, I'm going to put this in the group, call it Manu. Okay, close it. I'm going to put this in the group. I'm going to call it maybe with this one, I'll still keep everything here into the menu. Let me delete this one. Okay, let me paste it there, the name over there, and I want the name to be very bold, so I'll go there, and then I'm going to choose extra bold for the name. Okay, and still keeping it 8, that's all. Push it somewhere there and then duplicate it and then bring it down a bit more. And then this time I'm going to pick all the details here. Okay, and I'm going to paste it there. Okay, for the start, we don't want it to be too bold like that, so we're going to go here. I'm going to set it to semi-bold. Okay, nice. And then let's make it smaller, maybe 6 will do. Okay, and then I also feel like this side should be 8, so I'm going to leave it there like that. Okay, so you can see I'm keeping it. Now I'm going to select all the 3 of them, and then I'm going to keep this one to make it nice. Okay, I think this is good so far. I'm going to put it in a group already, and then the next one is let's push it up. Okay, so let's push it up. All right, so something like that, and then I'm going to type here. I'm going to pick these details. I'm going to paste it there, and then the size that I'm going to give this is let's see, maybe 7. Good, but I'm going to make it maybe semi-bold. Okay, and then let's increase it. So 112 is good. I'm going to close it and I'll click on my move tool and then I'll drag it somewhere here. I'm going to pick that and then I'll create something like that. Okay, rectangle there. I'll double click it and set it to color white. That is all. Now let's go back to it. Let's set it to 6.5. Okay, Now I'm going to hold Control and click to select the rectangle, click on the badge, click on my move to come here, click on there, and then click on there. Alright, and then let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it all the way to this side, and just like that we have it. I'm going to put it in a group and I'm going to call it badge. Alright, now the last detail is going to be that. Copy it and then I'm going to paste it there. I'll click on my move to, then drag it somewhere here. Now with this, let's open that Montserrat. We are still using Montserrat, guys, and then I'm going to set it to extra bold for some of the, in fact let me select these ones, set it to extra bold. Okay, good. And then let me set everything here down to maybe 5. All right, let me set this to also 5. Okay, and then let me cut this. Good. Maybe let me just make it 6 here. Awesome. Then let me drag it there like that. Now I'm going to put it, and I'm going to call it what? Let's call it benefit. Okay, now all these 3, put it in the group. You're going to call it right, and then I feel like dragging all the right somewhere here. I don't want it to be too close to this. See, so with that done, we are good to go. Now this is the middle, and this is the middle of the line. We want to start putting stuff in the middle, and this is how I am going to start with the middle. The middle, I'm going to start with the fruits or whatever it is. I'm going to first start by dragging this one in there. Okay, it's going to be random, but guys, try and keep it organized. All right, just try and keep it organized. It's going to be random, but just try and keep it organized. Okay, so that's it. And then the next one is going to be this. Also keep it organized. Okay, now you can see there are some white things over there. I don't like it, so I'm going to set it to maybe soft light. Let's see. So you can see I'm using linear burn. Good. Then I'll duplicate it again. This time I'm going to set it to normal. Okay, and I'll give this one a mask. Pick my brush, caps lock off, and then mask the edges there. Okay, okay, BX. All right, that's all. So I'm gonna call this one Chincha. All right, let's add in more stuff. Okay, so I feel like bringing this pineapple. I'm gonna drag this pineapple in there, increase the size, and then drag it this way. Yep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it underneath ginger. Okay, and then you can see it has some things over there. I don't like it, so I'm going to give it a mask, and I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to be really careful with that. Just really careful with that. Set this side to color black, and then just mask all those white side away. All right. Okay, so that is done. We're gonna do more stuff to it. This is gone, this is gone. This one, let's drag it in there also, and then let's just do it like that. Drag it somewhere here and make it bigger. Okay, so I'm gonna drag it underneath all those ones as well, and maybe that one I'm going to set it to, let's just see what we can set it to. Don't really know what to set it to. Okay, so we'll leave it here for now. Okay, maybe what I can do is I can give it curve, clip it to it, and then drag it there like that. Great. Now you can see there's some white stuff over there. I also don't like it, so I'm going to give it a mask and then try and delete all those white areas like that. Okay, so it's coming off nicely. Okay, now guys, also remember I have done this work for somebody already, so don't copy the exact thing and give it to a client. The client will know that you didn't design it because I've already done the same thing for another person. Okay, so let me drag this final one here, and then I'm going to reduce it. I'll right click it and then horizontal, then I'll drag it somewhere here. Okay, drag it somewhere there. I'll drag it underneath it. This one I'm going to drag it, clip it to it. Okay, then this is the ginger, right? Yeah, this one has to be somewhere here. Okay, so that is all for the stuff. Let's just call it fruits. Okay, and once it's done, I'm going to give it a curve or a level, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm clipping it to it like that, just so it stands out well. Then I'll bring this one also. Nice. Okay, and then I'll also give it, let me click here, I'll also give it a shadow. So caps lock off, pick your brush, set it to color black. Now guys, the shadow here is quite interesting. Okay, so it's a simple way I create my shadows here. Okay, then I'll drag it in there like that, so you can see how it is. Very simple. Okay, so let's name it shadow. Okay, so that is it. Maybe I'll drag it in as well. Okay, so that is it. Now let's bring in some few text there. I'm going to type here. I'm going to do some trick. I would like you to really pay attention to it, because you don't see me do that in other videos often. Levels, lower me. So I'm going to drag this up. I'll right click it, release. I don't want it there. So I'm going to click here. Okay, so nice. 350. And then the 350, let's open it. We want it to be somewhere 8. They're a little bit bigger. But still using Montserrat, guys, right? And we are using medium. Let's set everything is okay. Let's duplicate it, and then let's bring it down somewhere here. I'm gonna pick this detail, refreshingly good. I'm gonna paste it there as well. Ctrl T. I want to keep this one middle aligned. Nice. Okay, middle aligned. Good. I still feel like maybe this one is very big, so let's make it 6 here. Nice, 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 nice. Good. All right, so these are the text as well. Then maybe let's add the name now. And the name, what I'm going to do is, guys, this is going to be really detailed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set here to path. Okay, I'll click here. I'll drag it down like that, just mad like that. Then I'm gonna drag it up. I'll just drag it up like that. Okay. Up like that. So something like this is better. I can click my text tool and then maybe type over there and then paste it there with ginger. Now I'm going to choose bit cheese. Okay, and then I'm going to set it to 20 here. Let's see. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to double click it, and then I'm going to gradient overlay. And then the gradient overlay, guys, it's going to get interesting over here. Set it to normal, 100% over here. Go to the gradient. Double click here, set it to 054510. Okay, come here, set it to 00F022. and then click on OK. Okay, let's use which one is this? Let's use linear. Let's set the angle to -97. Let's set here to 10. Okay, let's see how it looks like. I'm going to drag it somewhere there. I don't like the way it looks for now, but I'm going to drag it somewhere like this. Good. Now let's add in some stroke. Click it and set it to color white. I'm going to give it 6 over here. I'll set it to outside, and then let's see, I'm going to keep it over print. Nice. Finally, I'm going to come to drop shadow, and then let's see, what color should I give it drop shadow? Let's see, I'm going to give it 430026. Okay, I'm going to set the opacity to 66, and then I'm going to set the side to 30. Okay, let's see, no, let's set the angle rather to 30, and then let's set the distance to 15, 6, 3. I'll set this one to that. I'll click on OK. Now what happens, I'm going to duplicate it again and I'm going to drag it down, but then this time this one I'm going to pick free choose. Okay, alright, and then I'll click there, just move it in the middle like that. Alright, I just use the spacebar to do that, and this is complete. Now let's put all in a group. Let's call it middle. Alright, so we are done with the middle. Okay, now that we are done with the middle, we want to make it more realistic. We want to add some final touches to it. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. Let's see, this is what's going to happen. What's going to happen is we're going to go back and we're going to pick bubbles. Okay, so that when the drink is in the fridge or is something like that and people look at it, they feel like no, I really want it. Even if it's not chilled, they still really want it. Okay, so I'm going to give it let's set it to vivid light. Alright, let's duplicate it and then let's drag it here as well. Alright, so let's call it chilled. And guys, this is how you create something like this. Now if you love this video, hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. I love you guys. See you in the next video. Peace out.